Are good to go. What is going on, beautiful people out there on internet land? Welcome to the video. My name's Brando Lineke there, and you're asking, what do I need to start a physical therapy business? It's a great question. There's a lot of ideas I could throw your way, and my story with this goes back about 2 years ago when I had a friend who had started and ventured into physical therapy. Now, they started out in a clinic. They didn't start from their home. They started right out of the clinic, and they rented out a space. I think it was a total of like 1,000 or just under 1,000 square feet, so it was actually pretty big. And they'd started out from that point on just working with local gyms, okay, and then started to acquire customers that way. And as simple as that sounds, I'm telling you, it's actually quite a bit of work to actually work yourself in to building relationships with like local gyms, local physical practices out there, sporting goods stores where they can refer you from their store, customers that they get from their store to you. Unless you cut them a good deal, like commission-wise per customer that you get, you share a little bit of commission with them on the sale and the money that's made. But that's in an essence of how this friend of mine who had gotten started doing this, and I was helping him out do that. Now, I'll tell you this much. When it comes to what you actually need, even though that was kind of like the how-to part, when it comes to what you actually need, it's going to differ depending on what you're looking for out of the business. And this is why, if you're looking at this business model because you really just want to be your own boss, but you also enjoy helping people, but you also want to create an income where you can afford what you're passionate about, travel more, vacation more, retire your wife from corporate America and travel with her, or just be able to be the husband you want to be for your kids, or if you're single and you don't have a family, just be able to provide in the world, contribute in a more fashioned way where you can have time, freedom, and leverage at the same time to enjoy your life without worrying about money. If that is really what you're looking for out of starting a business, then I would encourage you, before you consider starting a physical therapy business, before you head down this path, if you hear me out here for a minute, for those of you who are watching this who are just looking to be your own boss and do those things, I've got a lead I want to throw your way, all right, before you consider this. And this can save you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears without the business planning of what clinic you need, how big's the space going to be, what is the monthly payments on it, are you leasing, buying, or renting, without any of that, all right, without worrying about customer acquisition and all that stuff. And my story with this goes back 15 months ago when I transitioned from traditional business, dealing with supplies, equipment, inventory, employees, okay, all the aspects that go with a physical therapy business. And, I went from that, working 16 hours a day nonstop for 2.5 years, and I came across a person who was building a business online from home. Now, I'm not going to tell you that the internet is the only way to go to build a business, but this is important so you can get an understanding of how to build a business to get the results that you want. Because when it came to this person who was building a business, who was making more money every single month than I was making in 2 years, kind of shocked me. Not gonna lie, I was working my tail off. This guy was working hard too, but traveling around the world, building their business at the same time, on the internet, right from their laptop, wherever there's internet connection, without doing anything technical, without being a salesperson, without pitching people, without chasing friends and family, without doing meetings with people, using systems to attract endless amounts of prospects to them and their business. And because they were doing this, making a high multiple six-figure income business, and it was their second year in business, I started to model and copy what they were doing. I reached out to them on Facebook. Luckily, they reached back to me. And not creating average or typical results, not telling you you're going to get rich quick on the internet. Okay, this required a lot of work and a focus, a dedication to change my life like you'd have to do in any business. But I applied that work ethic, and in 90 days, from scratch, I was able to create a full-time income business working part-time on the internet. I'm not guaranteeing you'll be able to do the same, just sharing with you what's possible, because I share that with you really because if you're looking to build a business to be your own boss, quit your job, retire your wife, spend more time with your kids, or just travel the world and learn new languages and live in different countries where you don't even speak the language, all right? If you're looking to be able to do what you're passionate about, then learn to build a business on the internet where the internet can do the heavy lifting for you, and you don't have to deal with how big your clinic's going to be, or how much you can afford of this, and how much you're going to be paying your assistants and secretaries, and how many customers you can see in a day. Because with physical therapy, you got to keep in mind you're only limited to one customer, and that can take up an hour of your day, 2 hours of your day seeing a patient, which is why when you use the internet with the right help and guidance, you can see like 10 people at once without even knowing who they are. That's the cool part about the internet and leverage using systems, is it never turns off, and you can automate the process. Not telling you that you're going to be able to push a button and get rich, But with the right help and guidance, you can create a business online without supplies, equipment, employees, and without everything be limiting to just your production only, okay? Might be like that in the beginning for a little while, but after a while, you can gradually move out of that. Whereas with a physical therapy business, unless you're franchising it out, which can take you a long time to do and can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's a little bit more difficult. So that's just my tip. That's my overview. I hope you enjoyed this video review from a business perspective, business to business, speaking together here. And if this made sense to you from a business standpoint, and you do want to learn how to build a business online to make an extra $5,000 a month, $3,000 a month, all right, to do what you're passionate about, to really do what you're passionate about. I mean it. Just think about it for a second. If that's really what you're looking for out of business, to do what you're passionate about, and you want to learn to build a business online to do that, connect with me on my site after. If you're coachable, trainable, willing to learn some things, I'll put a link down below. It's 123marketingtips.com, and I'll see you with or without you, hopefully with you, on the beaches of the world, my friend. Take care.